Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Wednesday. We are halfway through the week. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you are healthy and safe, and you have a spring in your step and joy in your hearts. Okay, so today you're going to be writing a paragraph about this term. And boys and girls, I think that this term of school has possibly been the strangest term we have ever had. Ever. You can ask your mums and dads, even your grannies and grandpas, that we have never had such strange things happening in our world before. But you, boys and girls, have been amazing. You've carried on. You have worked hard, achieved incredible things, and you are still standing at the end of it. So you really need to give yourselves a pat on the back and know that this is not forever. You will definitely be back at school someday, hopefully soon, and that there are good things to come because we serve such a good God and He has amazing plans for us. Okay, so what do you need to do today? You need to write a paragraph describing the term that has passed. Okay, so remember on Monday you wrote paragraphs in your story. You had to write 3 paragraphs. Well, today you're just writing 1 paragraph, but this paragraph will be quite long. It'll probably be about 8 to 10 sentences. Okay, so it should take you about half a page. Now, if you can remember from Monday, when you're writing a paragraph, each sentence does not start on its own line. No. You write your sentence, you put a full stop, and straight next to that full stop, you start your next sentence and carry on going. Okay, so that is what a paragraph is. Sentences linked together. They come straight next to each other. All right, so what do you need to write about this term? Okay, firstly, what you have learnt this term. Secondly, what you have enjoyed learning about, something you have not enjoyed doing, and what you would like to learn about in the future. Okay, so this is quite broad. You can talk about school, but you can also talk about life in general. Okay, so what you have learned this term can be school-related stuff, which I'm going to look at now, revise with you now, a few things that we've learned just to get you thinking. But you can also write about other things you've learned. I know I've learned a lot about myself and my character during this time because it's been challenging. And it's often during the times that are challenging and hard that we really look at who we are as people and our personalities and we think, wow, am I handling this well? Am I making good choices for my life? It really makes us think a lot. Okay, then what you have enjoyed learning about, so what it could be something school related that you've enjoyed or something out of school. You might have learned a new skill or a new hobby during this time. Maybe you've learned how to knit, maybe you've done some cooking, maybe you've ridden your bike a lot and become very skilled in that. But then it could also be school stuff. Maybe you've enjoyed learning the multiplication tables or some new vocabulary in Afrikaans or Zulu. Could be anything like that. Something you have not enjoyed doing. Okay, so what have you not enjoyed doing? All right, so now you've got to think. Again, it could be something from school. Oh, I really haven't enjoyed doing column sums in maths, or I haven't enjoyed doing the spelling test every week, or I haven't enjoyed not being able to go to school and see my friends. So it could be anything along those lines. And lastly, what you would like to learn about in the future. So I want you to tell us as teachers something that you would really like to learn about. So we did a lot of work in life skills on vertebrates, on mammals. So maybe you'd like to learn something along those lines. Maybe you'd like to learn about invertebrates. Maybe you'd like to learn something more about mammals. Maybe there's other things that you would like to learn more about the computer and how it works and what you can do with the computer. Okay, so how could you expand your skills and your knowledge? What would you like to learn? All right, so that is the focus for today. Those are the things that you're going to focus on in your paragraph. All right, but in order for you to remember everything we've done, let's have a look at all the subjects. Okay, so what have you learned this term? Maths, you've done borrowing and carrying column sums. Okay, well, you had to borrow or you had to carry over with your plus and minus sums. You've done multiplication, the times tables, the 2, the 3, the 5, the 10. You've done quite a lot. And then you've also done some measurement. Did you enjoy that? Using water and measuring beakers, rulers. That might be something that you really found quite fun. Next, English. What have we done in English? Well, we've done phonics every Monday, all our letterland sounds. Do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy writing sentences? We've written stories. Even just this past Monday, you wrote a story about a cat stuck in a tree and then a little boy also getting stuck in a tree. You've written other stories during the course of the term. Handwriting. You've learned how to join letters in handwriting. Has that been something you've enjoyed, that you've found exciting? Then we've done verbs, adjectives, tenses, and we also did a very cool lockdown interview. That was really enjoyable for me to listen to, so maybe you enjoyed doing it as much as we did. Enjoy listening to it. Bible, what have we learned in Bible? Jesus heals the blind man, the lost sheep. We've learned about courage, Zacchaeus, Jesus calming the storm, and we've also done other stuff in Bible. Those are just a few examples. Do you enjoy your Friday Bible lessons? Enjoy listening to the stories or watching the videos and then writing about it or doing an activity? Is that something that you've really enjoyed? Okay, life skills. So we started off with seasons, we looked at the different seasons, and then we moved on to mammals. And we talked about reptiles, amphibians, birds, and fish. And even just yesterday, you did a comprehension about birds. So you learned a lot of new information and life skills, that's for sure. Was that something you enjoyed? Did you have fun doing it? All right, then we did in the, for Afrikaans, we did in die huis, in the house, vrugte en groente, your fruits and veggies, and gevoelens, feelings. Did you enjoy learning all those new vocabulary words? It's pretty cool to be able to speak another language, isn't it? And sometimes to understand what mom and dad might be saying or somebody in the shops. It makes you think, wow, I actually understood what that person said. That's pretty cool. So do you enjoy that? Do you like learning other languages? And then we had craft activities that Miss Petz had put together. You guys made birds, you made a snake out of paper, you made a fish out of magazine cutout, you painted feathers or drew feathers and did some very cool animal patterns too. That was exploring your creative side. Then we also had book day organized by Mrs. Barber, where you read books, you did a quiz, you played games, and you dressed up for that day. Was that cool? Did you love that? Was that a highlight of your term? And lastly, Zulu, you learned the vocabulary and words for in the classroom, you learned how to count, you learned verbs, doing words, and you also learned some names of food. Okay, so now that we have talked about all the different things that you have learned this term and some more, which I will definitely have left out that you might have remembered, now you can start thinking about what you are going to write in your paragraph. And there's one more little bit at the bottom here that I've added in, boys and girls, and that is what your hopes for next term are. What are you hoping for? Okay, so that's how you're going to end your paragraph off. What would you like to see done differently next term? What do you hope for? Okay, so let's have a look one more time. So firstly, you are going to talk about what you have learned this term. Then, what you have enjoyed about the term. Then, something you have not enjoyed doing. Fourthly, what you would like to learn about in the future. And lastly, what your hopes for next term are. Now, boys and girls, this is a paragraph. I said it should be about half a page, but you can write much more than that. Okay, so don't limit yourself. Express yourself. Write descriptively, write creatively. Tell us about your feelings. Everybody will have different ideas about this, so we want to know what you have to say. Please remember full sentences, starting with a capital, ending with a full stop or an exclamation mark. And when you are finished, read over your work and check it. It's very easy to leave out words or make a spelling mistake, or sometimes just your sentences don't make sense. That's why it's very important to read through it again, check it, and then hand it in or send a picture, knowing that you are happy that it's your best effort. So take your time, think about this, and then start writing. Good luck.